This story comes from the real experience of a man known as Mr. Samarn, a survey engineer who encountered something he has never been able to explain, no matter how many years have passed. What happened to him wasn't a single moment of fear. It was a chain of events. And once it started, it never truly stopped. Almost 20 years ago, during a period when urban development was rapidly expanding into what used to be farmland on the outskirts of the city, Samarn was a young engineer assigned to oversee the construction of a massive warehouse project. At first glance, the land looked ordinary. Wide open fields stretching as far as the eye could see. Overgrown grass, abandoned rice paddies long forgotten. There were no old buildings, no visible shrines. Nothing to suggest the land was unusual. But the moment the machines arrived, something beneath the soil began to resist. The project began with excavation for the foundation. A large backhoe, a powerful machine capable of tearing through compacted earth with ease, lowered its steel teeth into one particular spot. Instead of sinking in, the machine jolted violently backward. The impact sounded like metal crashing into solid granite. Workers froze. The operator tried again. The same result. The entire machine shook, rattling as if it had struck an invisible wall. When the crew climbed down to inspect the area, they found nothing. No rocks, no buried concrete, no remains of old structures, just loose soil. Yet, no matter how many times they tried, that section of land refused to be dug, like something underneath was pushing back. Things escalated when Joe, one of Samarn's co-workers, stepped into the field to place a survey marker. As Joe drove the sharp steel pin into the ground, a scream erupted beneath his foot. A scream of pure agony. Joe jumped back in shock. When he kicked away the grass, what he saw nearly broke his mind. A human face, lying flat beneath the soil, eyes wide open, staring straight up at him. The steel pin was embedded directly in the center of its forehead. In the blink of an eye, the image vanished, leaving behind nothing but dirt. That was when the project manager decided they needed to make offerings to the local spirits. A traditional apology ceremony was arranged, but instead of calming the sight, the atmosphere turned even darker. The sky, once clear, was suddenly swallowed by thick black clouds. When the incense, 16 sticks, was lit, something impossible happened. All of them burned down to ash in less than a second, as if an unseen fire had consumed them instantly. The pig's head placed on the offering table was suddenly kicked off, flipping violently onto the ground. No one was standing near it. No one touched it. Then came the smell. Rotten, heavy, like decaying flesh. Food prepared moments earlier, spoiled before their eyes. Fruit, shriveled and bore bite marks, as if something inhuman had been feeding. Not long after, Piak, the backhoe operator who had mocked the idea of a curse, was crushed. His leg shattered beneath the machine. The engine was off. No one was inside the cabin. When excavation finally reached about 13 feet deep, the truth surfaced. 5 small clay jars were unearthed, perfectly intact. They were arranged deliberately, each lid sealed with hardened clay, molded into strange, unfamiliar shapes. As workers attempted to lift them out, a voice crackled through the engineer's radio. The language was ancient, unrecognizable, yet the intent was unmistakable. If you want to know, open it. The moment the voice faded, one jar exploded from within. Inside were pale, powdery bones. ancient. After that, the site became unlivable. Security guards quit one by one, disappearing in the middle of the night. Some were found the next morning trembling violently, hair falling out in clumps, delirious with fever. They claimed that during patrols, hundreds of hands reached up from the ground, grabbing at their legs. And worse, they spoke of a creature, tall, gray-skinned, with limbs stretched far beyond human proportions. Its hair was long and tangled, its tongue impossibly long, swaying as it moved. It didn't walk. It ran across the steel framework of the unfinished warehouse at impossible speed, singing, a sound so wrong it made people retch. The final tragedy came when Suwat, the senior engineer overseeing the project, decided to have all the jars removed. He dismissed the warnings as superstition. That night, he died. His wife later said that before his death, he knelt in his sleep, bowing to something invisible. Dark red handprints appeared across his body, as if he had been struck repeatedly. In the end, he bit through his own tongue. Today, the warehouse was never completed. The land remains abandoned, overgrown with grass. The steel structures rust in silence. The 5 jars were relocated to a large spirit shrine, built to contain whatever had been disturbed. But even now, workers in nearby areas still hear singing, drifting from the ruins. And on nights when the moon is full, some swear they see a tall shadow running across the warehouse roof, as if the guardian beneath the land is still there, watching, protecting what was buried long before anyone thought to build over it. If you want to hear more true horror stories from Thailand, subscribe to Tale After Dark. And when the night grows quiet, remember, some land never forgets being disturbed.